welcome everyone to another episode of Value Props for Season 2. I think this is Season 2.
Okay.
Ashley and James have joined me all the way from Arkansas.
Yes.
You came all the way up here for this.
Yeah, I'm jazzed.
Of course.
I got a good motivator sitting behind me. But yeah,
Yes.
of course.
That's right. James is a pilot, and Ashley is one of our customers at QuotaPath. So you want to tell us who you are and a little bit about yourself really quickly?
Sure. Yeah, you'll hear more about me. But I'm Ashley Phillips. I'm now at Everview. We were OSG Connect when I first started. I've actually just now been in tech longer than I was a high school teacher. So I've been in tech about 8 years. My career seems to be gravitating more towards revenue operations, which has been a pretty cool transition. But I love everything about enablement and sales.
Here we are, and we're about to go take off and have a little bit of fun, learn a little bit more about you both.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Here we go. To start with, from a career standpoint, you're now in like a operations role and revenue role as well. You were a teacher originally, right? Like, how did that happen?
I decided in high school I wanted to be a teacher. Went to college for it. After about 5 years of different high schools and all the challenges that teaching brings, I thought I would really like to change my life. The story's kind of funny. When I was looking, there was another teacher that I knew from my past, and he had posted on Facebook that he was in Hawaii for work. And I commented, I want to be in Hawaii for work.
Yeah.
And he messaged me back and he's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't think of you. Remember how you put the kids learning on this thing called an LMS? Do you want to come do that for this company? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, the catch is you got to move to California. And I was like, absolutely. So I resigned on the third day of school and packed a suitcase, shipped out some bedding and moved and got into tech. And so after I got my feet under me in California and figured out like, wow, I can do this job and I like these kind of jobs. This is pretty cool. Ended up being able to meet James. He was out there. He was consulting.
You didn't stay in California too long. Both of you moved pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, he was actually still in Bentonville. I'll just be honest. I wasn't really taking the relationship all that serious when we first met. I thought, no, I'm not jumping into anything too serious, but over time, he was so fun. He challenged me in all the right ways, and we did such cool adventures, and he was flying all over for his job, and I got to, travel quite a bit, so we'd get to meet up in Miami and New York City, and we came to a point where the long-distance thing wasn't fun anymore.
Right.
And he's got two amazing, amazing girls, and so the alternative was either I move there or we break up, and I did not want to break up, so I ended up moving.
Bentonville, here we come.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah. And everybody's like, oh, that's different, huh? And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty different, but in a lot of good ways.
Yeah.
So.
I always hear, and James, you probably relate to this, but like you go anywhere, you cross paths with people that just like have been through Bentonville. Obviously, all the headquarters, not just Walmart's, but you have Purdue, right? There's Tyson. Yeah. Sorry. I got to get my chicken.
Get your poultry straight.
Poultry straight, exactly. There's quite a few other, right, headquarters.
There's JB Hunt.
JB Hunt.
So when you think about from Fortune 100 companies, there's three, and with Walmart being really in the Fortune 10 company, they've all kind of fed each other between, you have Tyson and JB Hunt, but also the University of Arkansas, the biggest university in the state, is right there. So you do have a regular influx of intellectuals and smart people with degrees. So having lived through it and certainly travel a lot and get the quote stigma of coming from a rural area, it's actually a hidden gem that's not so hidden anymore. I think it continues to get better and better every single year.
My airplane. Okay.
Right.
And we're at 7,500. Ready and start.
Everview is a company that helps our clients engage with their customers in 3 ways of present, pay, promote for an omni-channel experience that's personal and custom to them. What I love about it is it gives the end consumer financial freedom.
Oh, you did it. That's it? I got 500 feet.
So I do enablement. Stand and deliver is my jam. I'm like, yeah, we should do it all the time.
Yeah, that was awesome. All right. Well, Ashley, you crushed it. So what are you looking forward to in 2023?
Yeah, I mean, the rebrand is huge. I think it's so cool that I have gotten the opportunity I have with this company. I mean, when I think about where I'm sitting, I'm actually amazed that I'm part of it. Not that I don't think I deserve to be there. I'm incapable. I think there are people that seek out a cool opportunity that I've been given and they may not get it in their entire careers. I mean, over the last 10 years, we have brought together, almost 20 different companies now into one. And we have transformed, how we engage with the market through digital transformation. And turning 20 companies into one company and then turning that into a SaaS platform, that's pretty incredible. I mean, that's not an opportunity that's just out there every day all the time. And so I'm looking forward to in 2023 just really refining our processes, supporting our sales reps and our CSMs, and just watching those around me thrive in this really cool opportunity. I'm so confident we're going to be successful, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Rebrands are something to not mess around with. They take a lot of work, a lot of energy, but for everyone in the company has their role to play. And it sounds like you have really good direction and understanding of what that role looks like for you. James, how about yourself? What are you looking forward to in 2023?
When it comes to the professional side, I've made a step where I spent a decade with a tech company helping build it. So that was a wonderful journey, a lot to learn and grow from, where I've taken those skills and really made the leap to start doing my own thing, doing my own consulting and doing my own product building. And so now I'm a one-man band in a way. And so seeing the fruits of that labor and getting some of those first few wins and first few customers has been incredibly encouraging. And so I'm looking forward to 2023 to really see what I can do.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. And when you say you see what you can do, like, is there any from a skill set that you're really like thinking about or looking forward to, or something new that you're planning on learning in 2023?
When you have like the experience of like, I know this sort of operation and the work delivery side, and you feel very confident, it's a whole different thing to say, you know what, I'm going to create a business model around that. And now I'm having to think about invoicing and think about your value proposition and doing some of the tip of the spear sales stuff that is just, you dance around it in operations, but now you literally don't have a cash flow if you're not out there doing it, putting yourself out there. And so that's been exciting and encouraging to do. And so just refining that and finding what works. I'm certainly an engineer by trade, always seeking the next best way. That's really what I'm looking forward to in building out my own processes. Because I do have a personal mission to be able to grow a business to provide and impact other people, to be able to bring them in and hopefully do what happened to me, which was to get into a field that I love and passionate about and learn from very, very smart people.
I love that. There's three things that keep people really excited about what they're doing: the mission and vision of what they're doing, the people that they work with, and then learning and growing. And it's important to have all those three of those things. In sales, it's a little bit of a challenge sometimes because you're caught up in like the day-to-day of what you're doing, and it can feel a little bit challenging or monotonous. But if you keep the big picture in sight, it's a little bit easier to do that. Ashley, how often does James let you take the controls?
I don't know that I ever have.
You've never flown an airplane before?
Oh, I've let her do some turns.
Makes me nervous. I'm a good passenger. I'm a really good passenger.
So this interview, you have no interest in taking the controls?
Oh, get out.
No, he's going to be mad at me if I don't, because he's going to be like,
you are insane if you don't.
How did you let that opportunity pass? So I'll do it.
Well, we got to do at least that. So I'm going to have you take the controls.
Okay.
All right. It's going to be...
Make sure all your backups are on.
Yeah, well, okay. So it's my airplane right now. The autopilot's on. So I have the airplane and have the control. So left and right. Yeah, you know that.
Uh-huh.
I got the power, and I also have the rudders on the below. So those you don't have to worry about. You just have to worry about the yoke. And then you don't have to obviously go up and down too hard. So this is up and this is down. See how I'm just like basically two fingers on it, up and down and left and right. It's just nice and easy on the controls. All right, You ready? Go ahead and put your hand on. All right, it's your airplane. All right. And so you have, before I still have a hand on the controls, but you have this, and you can also just look out there. Okay. Do you know how high we are right now?
Let me see if I can figure out.
There you go.
7,400?
Yeah, 7,500.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's there. So you'll want to try to stay there a little bit, but don't try too hard. We're okay. We're flying VFR. No one's going to bother us. There's no traffic, but I'm going to just double check and make sure that we're staying out of way. So your airplane, all right? You got it?
All right, I got it.
Okay.
All right, we're creeping. Oh, we went too low. So what do I do?
You can turn a little bit left. So see how we're going like this?
Yeah, there we go.
Straight and level in this airplane is a little bit cockeyed sometimes because of just the wind. So we have a crosswind coming across this way. So you actually have to hold it like that to be straight and level.
Okay.
Yeah, see? James, what do you think? Are you getting sick back there?
Not at all. I'm wondering when she's going to sign up so we can both have licenses.
Well, my wife is not doing it, so I've tried to.
She and I have that in common. I wasn't nervous about the interview. I'm nervous about this part.
This part. Yeah. Well, this is the interview, so.
I didn't know there would be a practical portion of the interview.
This is the first time this is actually a new thing for Value Prop, so you flying the airplane is great, and I have no hand. Actually, James, you'll actually love this. Check this out. Check that checklist out.
Oh, cool. A lot more visual than just, bullet point.
It's for if I incapacitated pilot for the co-pilot to pick up and said, I love that you can do this. All right. I'm going to take the plane back.
How's that? That was pretty good, though. I'm staying in the
Oh, you did
range.
fantastic.
Awesome.
That was a good job.
Thank you.
Good job. All right, I always ask this question, and I want to make sure I don't forget it. What do you think is your superpower? What's the one thing that you bring to Everview that no one else in the company could possibly bring?
I had a big career change, right? Obviously, a classroom teacher is an extremely different experience than getting to be in high tech every day. And so I think the fact that I bring a different career to that, but then even in tech, I've done so much. I've been the LMS admin. I've been in professional services where I've been, helping customize a software solution, and I've managed the teams that do the coding. I've been able to do sales enablement and dedicated to that. I've been a solution architect where I supported the quota and have been in the sale. And so what I love about Everview is I genuinely feel that I'm bringing together my past and all my skill sets into one job, which is pretty cool. And I got to be honest, 3-4 years ago, I was pretty nervous that my resume, my experience, if you will, wasn't telling a story. And I was like, where are these going? It felt a little disparate at times. But at Everview, I bring a perspective of I've had multiple jobs and I understand what those folks need in terms of support. And it's pretty cool to be able to understand what their day-to-day is like and then be able to kind of orchestrate and coordinate that all over, whether it's with product or marketing, sales, customer success. And I feel like I've been able to bring that all together, and it's pretty cool.
It's awesome. I mean, being able to tie that and bringing alignment to things is so important. And I think cross-functional, departmental, all of those things are just usually underutilized and undervalued sometimes. So those are great skill sets to bring, great superpower to have. What'd you think?
I love that part.
The landing is also my favorite.
It's better than the takeoff, I think.
Cool. That was an hour.
Didn't feel like it. That was great.
Like an hour.
That was really fun.
Yeah, I loved it. Thanks for joining Ashley and James on this episode of Value Props. Had so much fun.
Yeah.
And you flew an airplane today.
I did, legit.
You did fly a plane.